Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to touch base with you today. They're having hearings in the Senate Intelligence Committee, and one of the topics they're discussing is the Foreign Surveillance Intelligence Act. It's considered the crown jewel of the U.S. intelligence community. And one of the things that it does is it has a FISA provision which allows the broad collection of intelligence information on all non-U.S. citizens. The problem with that is, through 6 degrees of separation, they say that we're connected to almost everyone in the world. So by giving the intelligence community broad ability to collect information on non-U.S. citizens, you're actually giving them broad ability to collect information on all U.S. citizens. Why does this matter? Look at American politics over the last few months. Since Trump got elected, we had the unmasking of Trump officials by Susan Rice, Michael Flynn. They released his private conversation with a Russian diplomat. That led to his firing. He's facing criminal charges. Take a scenario like that. When you allow for the spying on people like Michael Flynn or regular citizens, you set them up for blackmail. So in a future scenario, people in the intelligence community could discover one little indiscretion and say, listen, you do what I want you to do, or we're going to press charges against you and have you possibly go to jail. And then this creates leverage over our elected officials, something that happens in this world more than you would think. Think back to the now debunked fake dossier on Donald Trump and golden showers. Now, beyond public officials, why is the spying bad? Let's take a look at Seth Rich, since a lot of you have watched my Seth Rich videos. Well, let's say someone like Seth Rich comes along and someone within the intelligence community connected to the political parties intercepts that this person is leaking information to WikiLeaks or something like that. That sets up whistleblowers and good citizens, people trying to make a difference, up for blackmail or up to be murdered. Another example of this was Michael Hastings. For those of you not familiar with Michael Hastings, he had made contacts with WikiLeaks, and within that week he had driven his car at over 100 miles per hour into a tree where he was found dead. Before his death, he had told his mom that people were trying to kill him, that he was in danger, and that he had important information. After his death, his fiance said that he had information on John Brennan, the ex-CIA chief or head of the CIA. So allowing this broad spying endangers everyone, and it creates a situation where people could illegally, or I guess legally, I would say unconstitutionally, obtain information on other people and use that to cause damage to the country. Let's look at someone like me. There are many people like me who are citizen journalists, or even people you see on the mainstream, who some people you say, oh, why are they selling out? Well, something that happens is the intelligence community can get information on a certain individual. Let's say the intelligence agencies got information on me as I become a little bit bigger that could possibly put me in jail or put my family member in jail. They could leverage that information to make me become an establishment talking head. So these surveillance powers can be used for a lot of bad, and they've really been out of control, and we've seen that with, I would argue, a couple of people being murdered, the Trump administration being unmasked by Susan Rice, the Obama administration for political reasons, which is one of the biggest scandals of our time. Mainstream media is not going to talk about it, but luckily there is grassroots media, alternative media, who is drawing attention to the big problems with the surveillance state. So what I come to you today just to let you know that they are having conversations about not reauthorizing, and I want to get this right, the Foreign Surveillance Intelligence Act. And there is apparently some resistance among the Freedom Caucus, where they're fighting to get Section 702 changed so that the government or the intelligence communities can no longer use broad collection strategies where really they could collect on whoever they want. So spread this link. Let's get it out there. Let's support the reining in of the U.S. spy apparatus, which can be used for so much damage against the American people. It could be used to blackmail politicians, blackmail corporations, blackmail journalists, private citizens, you name it. It's a dangerous thing. If you follow Mike Cernovich, I know he's told stories where he's been warned, be careful what you drink, be careful what you say, because they're trying to blackmail you. And you look at people like Bill Nye the Science Guy, they become these establishment goons, and you can only imagine it's either they sell out for money or they sell out for, they get blackmailed and they really have no choice. So I'm going to keep fighting for you. I think this is an important issue, so that's why I wanted to draw attention to it. I hope that you spread this link. I hope that you support Grassroots Media. I have started a Patreon account under Tom Anderson. $1 a day could free up my time so that I could do a tremendous amount of research, and I could really become a weapon against the political establishment. I'm going to keep reaching out to you daily. I thought this was an important article. I found it on Drudge. I check Drudge every morning. I check Drudge every night before bed. If you want to know what's going on in the world, check the Drudge Report. They report on secondary news from all news outlets throughout America, all over the world. Bild in Germany, The Intercept in England, you name it. So I'm going to stay on it. I just wanted to bring this report to you. I'm Tom Anderson, FFR News.